Tonight, at the Pachali residence, we're making vegetarian stuffed peppers. This is how you cut the peppers, see? Clean, everything comes off. You just score it and go all the way around it, like that, and then you just rip the top off, and most of the seeds come and they're much easier to clean. But don't throw those out because I'm gonna cut all that extra pepper off and we are going to put it in, saute it in with the filling. What are you doing? Potatoes.
It was from last year.
Roasted. Just a small bag because we're putting them in with the peppers. They were frozen, so now we gotta
Run them on hot water.
because we didn't plan on anything. So for the ingredients tonight for our stuffed peppers, we have our San Marzano tomatoes. These are last year's San Marzano tomatoes. And we just had to heat them up because they were frozen and we didn't take them out in time. So we just heated it up, but you don't have to heat it up if you already have liquid tomatoes. And then we have some Bella mushrooms, baby bellas. We have some onion. We have the gaudy guinea cabbage. What do you call a gaudy
I
guinea
think
cabbage?
it's Savoy, but I'm not sure.
All right, it's wrinkly cabbage, but any cabbage will do, and you don't even need to put cabbage if you want to put something else. We have some celery because we have celery, and we could have garlic, of course, and this is fresh basil, and there's basil already in the San Marzano, but because we're making, 6 stuffed peppers, I put a little more basil in.
And this is like the tops of the peppers?
Right, so these are the tops of the peppers that got cut up. And I showed you how to open the peppers earlier. So now we have some olive oil, and we are going to saute all of this stuff. Oh yeah, there's one more ingredient behind us.
Uh-huh.
Cooking.
There it is. It's just about ready.
And it is the rice. And Yvonne Lopez did show me how to cook rice properly, and at the shop, when I'm cooking for the old people, I cook exactly the way she told me to do it, which is amazing. She's an amazing cook, and so she showed me you put the rice in the pan, and with a little butter, you saute it, you brown it up a little bit, and then you fill it just over the top with water, and then you bring it to a boil, and as soon as it comes to a boil, you cover it, you shut the heat off, and you let it sit there for 10 minutes, and it's absolutely perfect rice. It's so good.
So tonight you used the rice cooker.
But tonight, we used a rice cooker because we have it. And I've always used the rice cooker. But now that I know how to make rice, I don't have to use it. We just do. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's 6, 7 unnecessary dishes, but that's okay. So then we take this. Oh, did we say we have cheese too?
No.
And the rice?
Mm-hmm.
Is the rice done? Yeah,
Yep.
the rice is done. Okay, so you saw how I opened up the peppers, right?
Mm-hmm.
Did we?
Yep.
So the toughest part is like sauteing this stuff, especially if you don't have a lot of patience like me. I want everything done in 10 minutes. And actually everything would be done in 10 minutes if I didn't have to cut everything up and put it in bowls. But now that we're at it, I want my contract renegotiated because I don't feel like I'm getting paid enough for this.
So what would you like in your contract?
I don't know. You'll have to speak to my manager.
Well, okay. You want me to talk to myself?
No. You might as well. You do already.
Just some rice.
Yeah, so we have 6 peppers to stuff, And I like to really stuff them and have them come up over the top. So all you have to do is this, right? For 6 peppers. I draw a line there, a line there, and a line there. And I say, that's about it. Because you got all this stuff that we're gonna be putting in it too. But this, I saute this stuff for approximately 10 or 15 minutes. The reason why I do that is like, I like it all like moosh, as we say, so that when we stuff it and cook it, the top of the pepper has a nice crispy coating, but the inside is like just tasty and delicious. And while we're waiting for that, we can put pepper in because I always use pepper. I never use salt. You can, doesn't matter. The reason why I don't use salt is because we're putting in more of a farmland cheese. This is Parmesan. You can put whatever cheese you want, but we put a bunch of cheese in there. Well, we got 6 peppers, so we're gonna put, I don't know, that's about a cup, maybe. Yeah, it's about a cup. Okay, so that's in there. We can put in the fresh basil. That's nice fresh basil. And this is gonna have a really nice flavor, I hope.
Always does.
Yeah, but I always make them different, so
Right,
you never
it's
know.
always different ingredients.
And the whole point of this is to show people, this is peasant cooking. This is not, you know, Rachel Ray or any of the big chefs. Who's the woman I love? Ina.
Ina Garten.
Oh God, I love her. She's the best. I really love her. But she cooks very fancy stuff. I don't cook anything fancy. I am a peasant cook. That's all I do.
It's looking nicely done.
It is almost done. Just about done. I just like it. Yep, that's done. So then we shut this off so I don't set myself on fire. And we put this in the bowl. Okay. Mix this up good. Yummy.
Smells great.
I think it's gonna be okay, but we never know.
Well, you always put something different in it.
Well, because, you know, you wanna,
Sometimes you make them with pork in it,
yeah,
and
sometimes with beef, ground pork, ground beef, and sometimes we don't.
and other vegetables.
Yeah, it's really, again, peasant cooking. So then you pour in the San Marzano, and we don't actually always use tomato sauce either. I'm using the tomato sauce because I'm making these different, and they're like, call it like the Italian version of stuffed cabbage, only it's stuffed peppers, because we have cabbage in it.
Yep.
But, so this has to get stirred up, and so this is liquefied. It will get drier, you know, as it cooks. And oftentimes, you know, we put egg in to hold it together, but because we're doing rice, we don't need to. But, so there's the stuffing. Looks all right. Take a spoon.
No, test it. Oh,
Huh?
I thought you were gonna try it, but actually you're stuffing it.
I'm stuffing it, right. And this is hot, so, you know, I use my hands, but this
I
is
would
hot
probably
stuff.
need a towel.
I don't know how you'd use a towel to stuff a pepper, but
No, I'd have to hold it with the towel.
that's why I cook. Mostly. You make us breakfast, but I make us breakfast too. So, right now, that is what it looks like. So I
And that's
just crown it
extra on
off
the top. Yep.
and
'Cause
stick
that's
it
what gets
in.
nice and crunchy on the top.
I'm a little worried about this pan though.
It's too,
Yeah, I think we
it's
gotta
too big of a pan.
cut. We gotta.
Okay, so we
Well,
looked
can
at
we shut
that's
the
too big.
doors first here?
Okay, so that one was too big, but,
Well, they're both, everything's too big.
Right.
Because we usually do 8 peppers, but like now in our ever-present, we can't do it. But this is gonna be my blockade. You can just do that. Okay, so when you stuff this, you just wanna make sure you get it down all the way. All the way
Completely full.
down, so it's completely full, that's right. And then you crown the top. Just like that. And then,
and so you have in here that tin foil because this pan is too big, so it's to keep
Yep.
them standing up.
they're standing up. That's right, that's our divider. And we have a little extra. So I'm gonna try to crown these even more. All right, wash my hands. Wash your hands, everybody, wash your hands. If we wash our hands anymore, our hands are gonna fall off. Oh Lord, I can't even lift this. Oh, my back, oh, my hip. I fell today.
After doing how much, like weed whacking and mowing, hand mowing?
I think I'm on 22,000 steps.
Yeah. And yesterday was how many steps?
20, almost
So you're adding water to
26,000.
the pan.
I'm just putting like an inch or two of water on the bottom so that it doesn't dry out. Okay, so I just take the cheese and I just sprinkle a little bit on the top. It gets it nice and crunchy, delicious, delicioso. So for all our vegetarian friends that were like saying, do you make vegetarian meals? We do, actually. So I think next week we're doing shrimp puttanesca
Okay.
because Nancy Hagberg keeps requesting it and I keep not making it because we had an emergency shrimp scampi that we had to make first. So we're gonna have shrimp puttanesca next week, but this week we got stuffed peppers. There they are, and they're going in the oven.
Okey-doke.
Oh, my back. Don't get old. It's not for sissies. Let's see what they look like. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nice and little crunchy on top.
Crunchy on top, nice and soft. There's dinner.
So the peppers were at about 375.
375 for 45 minutes.
Okay.
And, you know, some ovens are different, so. But I would say 45 minutes is probably the least amount that you need to put them in for.
Okay.
And it also depends upon what you're stuffing them with. And you said you only wanted one, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm.
There it
Yeah,
is.
yum.
Nice and soft. See how the pepper's nice and soft?
And it's now the red pepper part is very sweet, and it goes with the stuff.
All right.
Here we go.
Dinner.